So if everybody's watching the show, let me know it's working. Let's go look at the studio mode. I think that's how you go look inside it. Nah, I'm gonna look at studio mode. There's gotta be a way to open it up to see it. Where's the stream? Maybe that's what it is. Close that out. I think we go into YouTube here in the menu, and we'll go look at the. We can actually go select streams. Cool. We can actually go on different live streams on this one. Cool. This is awesome. I've had my camera running at the same time. We can actually do a live stream at the same time. You can run these two streams on it too. I didn't know that. You could select different streams. So that's cool. And I'm trying to see how we can get into the chat room. I didn't figure out how we can get into the chat. Maybe it's actually over here. What's the big thing? We can move this control zone here if we want. And we get into the chat. I'm trying to figure that out right now. Well, okay, it's up on the top. I see it before. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go look in a second. Hope this thing is working. I think it's scenes. I think that's what it is. So we're looking okay. So we're looking really good on the audio. Looking beautiful. There we go. So we got this ready to go. Alright, looking good, okay. Okay, got it. Okay, you got to open studio. Okay, see who's in the chat right now. I'm gonna go look on some wireless DRs today for a few minutes. So I'm gonna see who's in the chat today. I'm looking at the chat now. Anybody in the chat? Can anyone actually see this? Let me know. See the little image I just added yesterday I put in here. So how you guys are doing out there today? I created this actually last night when I did this. So I want to go look at some live streams in a second. Let's go check the SWRs over in that area. Let's go do some live streams on that. So let me go take a look. So I'm gonna close out the chat for a second, but this is cool. You can go into the studio to open the studio. You can look at the chat, and I'm gonna close that in a second. Go jump over here. I'm gonna start activating this thing to check what's going on the web on these things, and we can go on different web catchers. We can actually go look at DX maps. We could do all that. There we go. We can go check that out. We can run this in the background. Let's go check what's going on in the megahertz bands. I'm going to remove this image on this part so you guys take a look at that. Yeah, the DX skip is going okay. I looked at it on the internet on the DX maps. We can go into two browsers on here at the same time. That's pretty cool. And I'll show you the DX maps before we start. So the DX maps we're going to go look at on the other ones. Let me show you in a second, see what's going on in the bands. So this is our eBay option of the week, guys, but I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys will see it later. And pretty good, pretty good. Because usually the DX maps I've seen pretty good. I'm going to show you in a second. Let's go get on another Windows capture. I'll show you guys in a second. See the DX maps here? This is on I'm looking at here. Looks like this is all we're looking at right now. And looking like not very active today. Look at that. This is more accurate here, and the other one. I'll show you the other one we saw a few nights ago. This is actually the DX map what Dennis uses. The star is actually where I'm at over here. But it looks like Florida and parts of Tennessee are getting down this area. Looks like Austin, Texas. Conditions will look pretty bad, but you can't believe this online, but it gives you an idea. So we're looking at a lot of people are hitting over that way. South America, stuff like that. So this is how Dennis does the OTR network, the O2 radio network. Yeah, it's almost like that. We'll show you the eBay options of the week. Hold on a second. I'll be right back in a second. Sorry guys, just got back. Okay, let's gonna go look at this here, eBay of the week. And I call it eBay of the week. Look at these radios are for sale. This one's pretty quite good. You see there, the Cobra 148 GTL. We're gonna go on the SDRs for a while. This week I'm gonna get my RG58 coax for the beam antenna that runs the RG2 213, yes, like I did on the tuner before. So I got some Radio Shack cable order. I'll show you where you guys can get some of this stuff right now. But this is a very good option going on right now I'm looking at. So I'm using two browsers out here on my Windows 11 here. So I'm trying to work on how to learn how to use a live stream like this. So I can give a guy all the UDX members to check it all out. So we're looking okay. So you know how that my sound gets cut out when in my headphones. So I just update the Windows today. Everything will be good. This is my brother's laptop. It's one of those Dell laptops. Pretty good, but I'm trying to find a way we could actually run a jack. But there's actually a way you could do. I found a way on this option. You could run two live streams on one machine. You can have it on your phone, and you could select the live stream to go to on the, when you do video recording. It actually will select something like that. I think you could do that. You can run multiple live streams at the same time. I didn't know you could do that. So I had to try to figure out how that works. I was going to run a Bluetooth audio device in here to run the image in the background, so when I talk on the radio, but that'd be quite cool. But maybe there's actually a way you could do that to run something like that. But I'm learning about this OSD studio thing. So it's pretty cool. Anybody could do it. And I had done this stuff before with there was a live stream app thing they used to have several years ago until they got rid of it. It's almost like Twitch almost. So this is pretty cool. Look at the options we're looking at. So this is a good deal. Cobra 142 GTL. That is a good deal for the price. $44 on the bid right now. $39 shipment. The shipment is pretty high, but if you guys want to donate one of these radios to my channel, let me know. And I'll take one of those nice old school radios like that. I like the pre-band. This is another good one we're going on eBay right now, but Wagonmaster can learn how to do this. It's not hard to do a live stream at the same time. And if you don't want to show your face on camera, I don't mind if you do or not. It doesn't matter, but it's cool. We can have things like that. And that is an awesome option right there. $27, but the shipment's pretty high. And this is a good radio right here. I have this kind of radio right here. It doesn't look like the blue kind, but it's a President Grant. So we're going to be getting that thing back on the air this week. So I hope everybody hears the audio pretty okay. So I'm going to go on to SDR, so we're going to go on one of these sites on here and see what's going on the skip right now and see who's out there. I'm going to be going there in a few minutes so you guys can see the radio. So we're checking all these eBay options, looking good. 2112 can learn how to do this on his live streams. I know he can run something like this on his computer. It's not hard to do once you figure it out. It's all right there in your system. So I'm wearing one of these Turtle Beach headset headphones my brother had a while back. And this used to run a PS5 or a PS4, but it's just one jack in a laptop, and it's got an Intel Core processor in this thing. But I have a Mac in there. I usually will watch that, but this only has one audio jack comes out, but it's got Bluetooth devices in it too, and a USB port and an HDMI port. This thing actually has that. But Dirty Diaper can actually know how to work one of these. It's not a hard program to do. It's very easy to do once you figure it out. And you guys can learn how to do this. We're going to get more out there for the UDX out there. We're going to get more people into the club and stuff like that. It's a pretty unique club. It's not like the other ones we have out here. And it's very good. So we're going to go jump over to the SDR's maps. So we're just showing you an idea what's going on eBay today. So I'm going to go run this for a while because I'm not going to be in here for a while. I'm going to see how we're going to make this. I'm going to make it a little bit long live stream today, see how we're going to do it so everybody can watch it. Let me jump over here in a second. So we got that DX map on here. It's pretty cool. So I'm on a second browser. So we're going to go look at, I actually know who's on right now. That's good. The Oak Ridge repeater is working right now, it looks like. So I'm looking at it right now. Let me cut off this one here and put the image size so you guys take a look. There we go. And that one you got on the SM. That's where I'm at over in Tennessee, over that area. So I'm going to shut that off there. So we got some cool DX thing. So we can run this in the background with the SDR at the same time. It's cool to do it. We're going to go look at the web catcher. This one here. So yeah, we can run this in the background with the SDR service. It's cool. I'll go show you what channel. We're going to go check it out in a second. We can run this in the background. And that's what I like about this thing. It's pretty cool. Let me take this image side off. See, look who's this is outside Atlanta. Yeah, the Oak Ridge repeater is on. This is my closest SDR over here where I live. Not about 30 miles away to the east here. This is the one I can get onto, and when I go to Oak Ridge sometimes, once in a while on my mobile, I actually have talked to this repeater before. This is the closest one to my area, and sometimes my beam can reach pretty far away on sideband, but I try AM. Let's see who's out there this morning. You can't see this red thing because it doesn't show it. That's why they do that crap, so you don't want to. They do that for a reason. But I wish I could find a way I could turn up the volume of this thing. Pretty good. I didn't back up. This is the Kiwi station. I'm going to go look over the sideband in a second. We're going to check it over here. Let me go look at the 11 meter band. We're in it. We're pretty good. I'm going to go over to 35. Well, nobody's on this hour. Wow, the conditions are bad. Maybe we'll go listen to some stations down in Florida to see where the skip zone's at. Maybe we could try Valdosta or something like that. We don't hear nobody on this channel. That's bad. I'm checking channel 19. No Puerto Rican stations. That's horrible. No conditions, because these SDRs, you can't trust them all the time. Use your CB radio is more accurate than this thing, because I'm telling you, if it's not running on this site, use your CB radio is working in some areas. Just give you a little tip on that one. Looking at channel 37. Nothing on it right now. 75, we're on it. We're on that channel right now. I'm gonna go check channel 38. Somebody should get a hold of this guy, get a better antenna system, man. He needs to get one set up on this one, but it's a very small one on top of a 1,000-foot mountain. You can see how far it is. I'll show you that. Checking 385 right now. I'm looking around the bands. No activity out here today in Tennessee. But I'm going to go look at another SDR site. We're going to check over in a second. We can hop on to different ones. Let's check Nashville. I'm going to go look up at these mountains up here. Knoxville has a little better antenna system here too. But Oak Ridge is my closest one I can get into. It does work. I've done it before. Yeah. Wish I could get in this site. It would be awesome. I'm trying to find out where this one's located. Let me know where this one's located. I'd like to find this one where it's at. It's probably in downtown somewhere. There's a little activity down here, it looks like. Yeah, we hear something. Pretty quite dead on the bands this morning. You guys in the Knoxville, you go over here, check out this repeater over here. This is one of the nicest ones. If you guys can see this, let me know. Hold on a second. No, we're on 385 this morning. Let's check the sideband. Yeah, we don't hear nobody out here. There's little specks right here. I'm going to check some other SDRs. We're going to go look over. We're going to go look over where the skip zones are hitting at right now. I'm going to check over here. Over here in North Carolina. We're going to check over Chuck, Tennessee. We're going to look at over here. You might be able to hear some little better SDR systems. This one's, there we go. They only do 20 meters. Let's put 27 megahertz, see if we could look at it, see if we could let us have it. This one doesn't do it. So, we'll check over the Carolinas. We can use this area. This is in Bakersfield, North Carolina. We're going to go look over here. Usually that's where all the skip's hitting down to South Carolina and Florida. Now this is stupid. Don't worry, we got in. You don't have to do all that. It's like a quilt. How long it'll be in there? Well, we're not going to go in that right now. I'm going to go back to the other ones. We're going to check other ones. If you guys love to set up one of these up, let me know. I wish I had one in my area. In my area, they do have a college out there. Not in Knoxville, Tennessee. About five miles from my house from here. But someone should set up a SDR there. They have a huge college there. It's for like a community college here, but someone should try it. And that would be cool to hear myself out there. Well, I'm going to go look over Nashville, Tennessee. See any SDRs on that one. But you got that plateau in my backyard, because probably that's why they can't hear me that well. But usually it does, which looks pretty active here. Wow, conditions are not all that great. Usually you hear people on this one too. So we're looking at the spectrum meters right now. If you see something here, you guys can know. Sometimes it does that. We're going to check over here. South side of Nashville, southwest Nashville. We're checking over that direction. Yeah, we can run that thing in the background. Pretty cool, but we gotta find a way how we can run a show at this thing. But yeah, you can go to a live stream. You can run live streams on it. I found out you could do it on this program. It's pretty cool. Oh, what channel is that? 2468. Go down here. We're gonna go down this area here. There it goes. Ooh. That's pretty bad, Spanner, on channel 33. Saw the more Wi-Fi's in those neighborhoods. That's why they need to build some Wi-Fi filters on these devices. It'd be cool. Where you get all those power lines in those areas. We're checking it all out. We're gonna go check a different state. We're gonna go on that channel in a minute, let it run for a while. Get some nice skipping. Maybe we'll try Louisiana down there. Because they're on the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America out there. No skip in Tennessee this hour. So let's go look at the skip zone. I'm going to check the maps in a second. What's going on here? I'm looking at it right now. It's looking like from all the way to Texas, southeast direction, North Carolina. It looks like mostly North Carolina and all those areas, and Texas. I'm going to go look at some over that area in a minute. I'm going to check over near the Carolinas in a second. See, this map is telling the truth. We're going to try to put one of these areas here. Well, let's try outside Atlanta, Georgia area. See if anything gets out near Atlanta. Usually it's a big area of CBs out there. Outside Atlanta, we're going to look at that area. This one has 11 meter bands. We're going to look at it. Alright. These things are pretty cool to use them for free. I'm glad they put things like out there. It helps to test out your radios and stuff. Ooh. A lot of noise on that channel. Doesn't look very much activity out here. Let's check AM. Yeah, Skip's not active today, guys. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna go check some different areas to check. We gotta check around. We're gonna go look at the skip zones over right. Let's go check the areas in Texas. See anybody in Texas, those see if it's actually telling the truth on the 9. But DX map's pretty accurate on some things and gives you an idea. We're gonna look down in Texas, see if there's anything out there. When it does like that, don't waste your time on that when it freezes up. This kind of thing is stupid right here. See how it does that? That's what they do, these kind of like bad SDRs online. See if that does freeze up. See, that freezes up. I'm going to go to that one. Let's try the Austin, Texas area. Austin, Texas area. But yeah, that's why you guys should check your browsers when you do that. See, this one runs pretty good. Cool. Let's go look over here. Trying to get you some CB skip out here so you guys can listen to what they're talking about out there. Looks pretty active on these bands. I'm surprised don't. Okay, we're looking at that. So you got any active skip where you guys at? Let me know. Any activity out there where you live? I hear something. Hold on a second. I hear some skip out there. I'm gonna go to sideband. I heard something on that channel. No activity, that's horrible. Man, I was checking the skip on the map. Boy, this is not good. Let's go down to Louisiana down here. This is probably the best bet to look around down here. Because they're on the Gulf of America, because you get that saltwater skip. Sometimes you do hear them out there once in a while with this, but I'm trying to test this thing out, see how this thing works. Now, we found out we can actually run 2 live streams. If I ran a second live stream on the same channel here, you can actually select the activity to go right here on this thing. It'll definitely do it on your camera that way. It'll take you over to it. That's how the thing does that. It's pretty cool with the studio thing you do. Looks like there's some activity on this channel. Cool. Yeah, finally. Cool. Finally some skip. You guys hear that fine? Look at all the activity on this in Louisiana. I think this is our favorite SDR server. I like this one. I hear a lot of that. That's 1409 Texas, guys. I'm gonna turn this up, guys.
I just hook the battery up to it. All right, and I'll let you get back at it. We'll talk to you next time around, Georgia. Use it, but it's there if I have to, Roger.
I check my sounds too.
And I've been through 100-mile-an-hour winds here.
So I'm gonna mute my microphone so you guys listen to Skip for a while, okay?
Squared up and down on my clarifier, but proved you nicely. Sounds good. Okay, man, I sure do appreciate you taking care of that rain. Appreciate radio tech. Be safe. BA6, operator Bruce. We're quiet.
Oh, I used to spend some time in Fox Point when I was a kid. That was Party Central when I was younger.
It's Tony. How the fuck are you?
You know what? Besides the kids and my grandkids, the next thing I miss up there, the only thing I miss up there is the food, the seafood. Because I'd rather have seafood than a good steak. My wife's a steak eater, but I'm a seafood eater. And if we want to pay for any of that down here, you know, they have to ship it in especially lobsters. But yeah, I was only located, I was in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, which is southern Rhode Island, which is about 30 miles south of Providence, down by the ocean. And we used to go down there on a weekend, and we could pick up lobsters. Of course, I'm talking a few years back, too. We'd get down to the lobster boats, and then we could pick up lobsters for like $4 or $5 a piece, and we'd have a party back at the house that weekend, right? You got the same here. I bailed out at 62, and then I got this little part-time job in town here that turned out to be, it was such a great job. I did it for another 10 years, and I worked till I was 72. Then I got out full-time on Social Security. But I bailed at 62. I had enough. I was running a facility. I was a plant manager at a facility up there in Rhode Island, and I had enough. So when I moved down here, I kind of go. The wife is 14 years younger than me, so she's still in the workforce. She works in Daytona. But I got bored, so I found this little part-time job that turned into a full-time job. But it was great. There was seven of us in a shop, and we used to sit there and assemble parts for high-speed speedboats, like the Miami Vice kind of boats. And I did that for another 10 years. Hello. Great job. But I just got to the point when I turned 72, I said, that's it, I've had enough. Hello. you know, you mentioned volunteers, and the town that I live in, I don't even think they have a volunteer force here anymore. I think they're all permanent guys. I haven't heard anything about volunteer firemen in quite some time. I think that's going to become sooner or later, like you say, you know, it's going to become a dinosaur. I don't think we have a volunteer fire department here at all. I could be wrong, and somebody could correct me, but most of the guys here are full time now because they just the younger guys that are coming up through the ranks, they don't want to do it for nothing anymore. Yeah, we're a town that since I've been here, there's been a lot of changes. When I came here to this little town I live in, it's called Palm Coast, Florida, if you ever look for it on a map. And when I first moved here, we were about 60,000, and in the last 20 years, it's just overpopulated now. Times have changed, but we're up to just short of 100,000 people here in town now, so times have changed anyway. Not for the better either. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to let you go. I had a couple of guys cut in there, and we've been talking for a while, but it's been a great conversation. There, Joe Bob. And if you ever hear us again, definitely give us a shout, and we'll do the same. Conditions dropped out a little bit, a couple of times there, so I don't know, maybe Mother Nature's going to pull the plug here, but you're the first guy I've talked to all morning, besides a friend of mine here. Pleasure, my friend. Yeah, we've got push-up poles and towers, and we do a lot of digital radio, and 440 and 2 meters, you name it, we do it. so it's been pretty quiet though the last few months here. So once in a while we hear somebody from out your neck of the woods, but I'm waiting for conditions to come back here. 6 meters has been absolutely dead here. So
that was Billy Bob I heard out there. Hello, Billy Bob.
Anyways, listen, 73, you have a good day. Hopefully in the near future. So
Billy Bob.
Well, it doesn't bother me. It's K4JFN. Look me up on QRZ. We'll go to 28,500.
CQ, any station, calling any station, calling any station. It's 556 North Carolina. 556 North Carolina. Standing by. Yes, 556 North Carolina. Standing by. Rowan County, Indianapolis, Rowan. 560, 593. CQ any station, calling any station, calling any station. CQ any station. This is 556 North Carolina, 556 North Carolina, standing by.
We got 2 live streams going on right now, guys. I'll show you in a second. If you guys are still here, I'm gonna go open the studio. Maybe we'll go select the other one. I'm gonna check it out. I'm trying to test this out right now, see how it's doing. We got 2 live streams going at the same time. Let me know you guys can see the other one. There we go. We got a second live stream going on. We're gonna go check it out. Can we see it? We don't even see it. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the other one. Actually, means I could actually go select streams. I can go inside the chat room. That's what I could do. I think that's what it is. Hold on a second. Go take a look at our live stream on our channel. So we're live on the internet. So I'm going to go back to SDR in a second. Let's go check our second live stream. It's running at the same time. It should be able to see me. And I'm going to go to my videos here. I'm going to jump over to history. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, there we go. And now we'll just see there's 2 live streams. Yeah, we have one going on right now. This is our second live stream. See what's going on. Is it still buffering? Here it goes. We can actually see it, guys. Pretty cool. There we go. I have 2 live streams on right now. Oh, I can see it. I actually can see it here. You see, guys? We can actually run it from our TV screen. In case we make something like, we can go back to the WebSDR on the servers. This is amazing, guys. Pretty cool. I don't know you can run 2 live streams at the same time. That is awesome. Think about that. You could do a lot of things with 2 live streams. Means if you have different radios and different cameras, you could do it. I'm gonna get off here in a second. Go back to the other one. We'll go to Oak Ridge, Tennessee for me. We'll go check it out. I don't know if they can hear us, but yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. 2 live streams at the same time. That's awesome. You could do it with this program here I told you about. So you can actually have one. You can have one run in a car, and you can run this at the same time. Think about it. You could do all that with this program too. Nobody's on this channel right now. See? I'm gonna check channel 19. I'm gonna go back to 38 in a minute. Nothing. Wow. The X is pretty quite dead out here, guys. I was trying to test this out today, but we're unmuted right now, so we're good. Good thing we could turn this volume down if you want. Yeah, that's good. You could turn the volume down like that. See, that's how these guys do it, guys. And I can see them running my stuff in the background. So that was interesting, guys. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna go back to that way. Man, you guys are not having luck on TX where you live. That's horrible. Go back to channel 37. There we go. We're pretty close to it. This one's the closest SDR to my area. I have done it with my sideband radio before, my beam. This is the one I reached back a few months ago. You guys saw the videos on that. And this is the one it can reach on sideband. This one's about 30 miles away from about 26 miles away. But when I go over to Oak Ridge and out by the McDonald's, I did it before. I actually hear me on both sides of the systems, sideband and AM, and it gets out pretty good on the 82 AT55 barefoot. I've gotten on here before back a few months ago. I showed you a video about it. So we're going to go check other SDR servers. Let's check in Georgia to see if anybody's out there. We got South Carolina. We got Florida. We're here only guys down in Louisiana. So let's go check outside Atlanta. But we might not hear anybody. See, conditions like this is very different compared to CB. So look at that. No activity here. We'll just go hunting around for other DX things. Let's check it over in the Florida Panhandle. This is Port St. Joe. I've been there before. We used to put our sailboat out there near Port St. Joe. This is the Florida Panhandle. They got a lot of things out there. We're checking that here. Wow, no conditions out there on the ocean. If you guys were down there, I bet you will hear yourself on this SDR server on the ocean. Trust me, it's in Port St. Joe. It's in the city. ASL's 30 meters. It's probably about a 60-foot antenna. So this one, it's your best to try out some beam antenna down that way. Yeah, this is pretty good on the ocean. It's got some pretty good servers down. Some good stuff. We're gonna check over near. Let's go down to here. We can get Mexico. We could go to Mexico. We could have Brownsville, Texas, or Mexico. We could try it out. It's mostly Brownsville, Texas. Just type in our thing. It doesn't matter, guys. Get our word out there. Oh man. There we go. Boy, that's pretty bad down there. Look at that. We hear something on 38 a little bit. Yeah, this is down toward Brownsville, Texas. We can hear some skip on that. Let's go to 385 in a second. Yeah. No conditions down there, guys. Wow. I'm going to check over here. This is the one that's got the wet SDR because you got the Gulf of America down there. I'm going to check over here, Gulfport, Mississippi area. Near Gulfport. Let's do that. Put that. Alright. But we got two live streams. We're testing it out. See, you guys saw it on there. We're not getting conditions on that channel, but I'm trying to see if we can run them at the two at the same time. That'd be awesome. And in case, like, you don't want to do two live streams to it, but it's cool to have something like that. If we don't even get conditions, we could try different things like this on here. That's how we can find out UDX servers are out there. Let's check it out. Nothing. So this is hard to get some DX. It's not good today. Let's check over here to where you guys over in California. See you guys getting good conditions out here. Let's check the San Diego area. This is out of university over there. Looks like education area. Yep, they do put them at places. Cool. Let's check over you guys in. Alright. Let's check you guys over in California. So the California's got some activity, I think it does. There we go. Channel set. Ooh. Channel 2626.
It's a Robert for negative. I don't see a pending call for an identified subject.
Who's on this channel, guys, in California, 26? I gotta get that down there. There's some activity down in San Diego. Cool. Yeah, we're getting Mexico down there. Yeah, they're bleeding over from Mexico down in California. Cool. Who's using 27627? Think about it, guys. That's a frequency in on the CB band. Look at this, guys. If you guys are down in San Diego, check it out. Activity on 40.
Here, I don't think about it, you know, I think
I'm gonna try to remove this so you guys can see it.
other people come here, they're like, wow, they're amazed by it.
Yeah, we have some activity on 40 up here. Sorry, I hit that button the wrong way. Look at this activity on California, guys. That's kind of weird on channel 26. You should go hear that. It's a bleed over on one of these antennas, it looks like. See? Yeah, you guys hear that? That's not a CB system. It's bleeding over one of their radios on the Citizen band. These radios have some harmonics, guys. You guys hear that? Bleed overs. I'm gonna go kill the other live stream in a second, and I'll be right back in a few minutes. But yeah, it's actually on bleed over in California. That was weird. I didn't know they use that kind of stuff. It's a bleed over from one of their ham radios on channel 26 megahertz on 27 megahertz on 26. That is crazy. You see that, guys? Over down this area, you'll hear it on this channel right down here in near Tijuana, down in San Diego. There's actually some bleed over on a channel 26 on megahertz. They must be having some high powerful radios down there. Bleeding on the ham bands. What kind of radios are you using? Them Bofangs or stuff like that? And find out what kind of radios they're using in California. Let me know. But just tell them you guys are bleeding on channel on the 27 megahertz. Yeah, they have harmonics in it. That's what they are. I was surprised you couldn't hear it down in San Diego, California. They're bleeding on it. They got to be something near that area. That is weird. That is something you learn something new every day. But it has harmonics in those radios. But that's a good, like, didn't know a ham radio can bleed on a CB band. Think about that, man. You guys saw it on Livestream. That's something interesting. Let's check over here, this area here. I'm gonna go back to Louisiana. That's their site. See, these are the kind of SDRs you see like that. Those are the old school kinds. And I want to go over here. I'm gonna try over here to see what's over here. I'm going to try it over here near Alabama. See what's out in Alabama. I'm going to go kill off my other live stream in about 20 minutes because there's no conditions out there. I was trying to see if we could test this out at the same time. So yes, you can run 2 live streams at the same time. And you guys could do that. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can have two radios at the same time. And an SDR server. So you guys can actually do it. That would be cool. Doesn't look much activity down here. But let's go back to New Orleans, Louisiana. This is where the hotspots were it's at. We're here mostly skip down here. Sometimes we're going to get some good skip on this, sometimes you don't, but...
The federal government picking up the vast share of the cost, and that is slightly oversimplified, but that is what happened. The Supreme Court...
Let me mute this. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I had to jump off that station. It's like they're bleeding all over these places. Yep, 2786. No activity down here. These all these. That's New Orleans. You're hearing down there. So we're checking. We're gonna go look over this area, Lafayette, Louisiana. This is the one that has the best skip land down here. I'm glad he's got the coolest website called Skipland. Look at those antenna systems he's got. Pretty beautiful systems he's got there. This is a cool. You guys should check out this place here. Wow, I didn't know they had... That's gotta be interesting. You should listen to those. I didn't know they had them out there. Wow. There's a lot of Mexican channels. I think you guys should check them out. See what they're doing over there. Look at these kind of places. Local boys, truckers. Oh man, look at this, guys. This is interesting stuff for CBers. They got one called Coffee Club CB. Look at all these channels at Channel Super Bowl. Let's have some Super Bowl. I like to hear the Super Bowl. A lot of activity in Louisiana. Look at all these conditions, guys. Pretty active down this server. A lot of activity, guys. Cool.
Hello, nephew. Your uncle, get down.
It's like channel 39's lower sideband there. Cool. Let's listen to what these guys talking about. I'm gonna go kill out the first live stream. I'll let you guys listen to this for a minute. I'll be right back in a few minutes. I'm gonna...
you're listening to me. Got a motherfucking man over here, FHRITNP, in the place to be on this damn CB. Over here in the Carolinas break. We can blow more smoke on the AM.
Hey guys, you back? Pretty cool, guys. Did you saw that? I was Rooster on the air today. Pretty good. So let's check out the bands. We might not hear him on the Oak Ridge repeater. Let's go look over there and check him out. If Rooster's on right now, you should be able to hear him on the Oak Ridge repeater. So yeah, that was actually, sometimes that happens in my room with all the tinfoil and that stuff. I have to keep that phone going either way, but wish we could run a live webcam in there. That'd be awesome. But it's pretty good. So we did a title. Yeah, that was Ridge Runner. He's over near Painted Rock, Tennessee. I'll show you where he's at, where Ridge Runner is located. He's over in this area. I'll show you where he's at. Most of you are hearing those guys out there on channel 26. They're over. He's over in this area. I'll show you. Ridge Runner is usually right about here. He could be Sweetwater. He's over in that area. So we're not going to go look at roads today. Nope. So we'll give you an idea. Painted Rock is usually down this area. So we're going to take that out. Right about Sweetwater is down this area. But this is the one. Timberwolf is down here. And Rooster is all the way down here. He's 66 miles away from here. That's where we hear him down this area. A lot of the guys are down in this area here. I'm up in this area over here. So let's check on the Oak Ridge up here. You're not going to hear him on 26. I'll show you in a second. Let's get that mute on mute. Okay, looking good. So, there we go. Let's go down to channel 20 and look around. And we hear some activity on that channel. There he goes. We don't hear him, see? I'll show you that. See that? You don't hear a rooster that far up north, see? Here's some truck activity on Oak Ridge. Pretty cool. Check the Super Bowl channel. Here I'm on channel 20 and channel 19. We gotta get close to where Rooster's at. I think it would be one of these down in Atlanta. They're pretty close. This is probably gonna get close to him over here. What's going on with this system? There it goes. Some of these are pretty terrible ones too. That is horrible. So we usually hear them all the way out there. This one's a pretty high active one, Athens, Georgia. Let's do that. And turn these decoders off. There we go. Going kind of very terrible SDR servers. Let's check Doxil here. We might be able to get to him over here because he's due south of us. This one, let's see if we can get some activity on this channel. Yeah, we don't see much activity. It looks like channel 30 right there. There we go. We can hear the Super Bowl in Knoxville, Tennessee, guys. What is this channel here?
Yeah, you can. It's front tires hanging off the edge pretty close.
Sound like local truckers. We got some activity over in Knoxville, Tennessee. Cool. We should get our beam this far away to them. They're about 40 miles away. Activity on these channels.
if these flatbeds move, they're blocking off the front so they can get in. TMC or somebody, y'all need to move.
Couldn't swear to it.
Oh.
Almost 11, not 12, maybe it's 10.
Yeah, I'll get this week.
Go over to Nashville, Tennessee.
little bit desensitized. Yeah, I didn't realize you'd pick it up, you know, but I just think it was sitting. I'm sitting here, you know, as well sitting and went to light, and all of a sudden I heard it chew up. That's sensitive. It's crazy, ain't it? But yet it ain't picking up the TV background much.
Audio. We're still here, guys.
Just like that right there, I flicked the ashtray.
Right there. There we go. Mic's not too loud. Right there. So we're on channel 38, lower sideband, out of Tampa, Florida. We're looking at right now.
Yep, that's how I got 64 mics on me. I mean, I was out there for a minute. You know, I was out there probably 20, 30 minutes maybe or something like that. And as far as that was moving back and forth, I'd have been just staying in one spot right out there at that truck. But I had to go to the shop a couple times, and yeah, there's some people that, you know, out of the group, they love me, they do. Good blood, good blood. Either, but I just, I don't like I can't, I ain't been to the roller wheels yet, but when I go, I'm gonna, I guess I'm meant to ask her, I forgot to, so I asked her girl, you know, how I'm supposed to do that with that vanilla and see if it works. I want to take what to. I get a whole lot more, so I don't really like using that high dollar shit, it's high dollar for real. I don't really like using that chemical shit if I don't have to, and I can't hardly get nothing done outside in the summer because them summers just want to eat the hell out of me, man. good choices. No doubt about that. Alright, I'm stepping away again for a minute. Yeah, sure. I'm going to have a bunch of papers.
Let me show you the skip zone, what's going on. I think the maps are correct right now. I'll show you in a second. You guys see it right there, guys, in the background. See where the skip's actually hitting on 28 megahertz? It's down here. Yeah, mostly it's going to Texas right now. A little California. This is actually the activity right now, what's going on here. We're pretty closed out here right now, here. See, DX maps are hitting down toward Cuba right now. If you guys get some stations down to Cuba, let us know. It looks like the Bahamas is going to be able to get it too. So our SDR is down in Tampa Bay, Florida. We're doing it right now. We're hearing guys in Texas right now. That's where we're hearing the skip. We're mostly hearing all these people in Texas right now. I think that's what it is. We'll show you some real-time maps right now. The eastbound skip. And that's what we're doing. So this is actually, we're looking at all these areas, but this is an idea, but it gives us an idea. We're looking good. So a lot of activity down that area. So let's go look at the radio of the week. And this is where I'm going to show you guys where we can go get some stuff. So that one was sold, guys. Wow, this radio went so fast. We got a lot of radios on eBay today. Well, we got a Tennessee station out there talking to Tampa, Florida. So they can hear them now in Memphis. Cool. Look at that deal for the President of Washington. You see that's a radio of a week, guys. You can see what's pushing that button there. This guy got one going on, free shipping. A lot of great deals on eBay. Look at that one for 60 bucks. So we're looking at eBay options for those guys out there. I'm helping them to CB radio world. They want to buy one of these radios? Let us know you get one of these things. Look at that one, it's modified. What happened to this poor radio? Boy, they did that poor thing. Somebody saved this poor guy, the radio. Looks like the chips are in pretty good shape. Wow, somebody needs to fix this one up. Man, look at this guy selling on this eBay auction. Cobra 142 GTL. Looks like it's a fixer. It might be able to work good. But you guys should actually, someone should buy this and get this radio working. Save these radios. Don't let them land up in the landfill. That's what I'm saying. Looks like everything's in pretty good shape here. Yeah, that's the power supply right there. Yeah, if you guys want to save some of these radios, go ahead. Bring them back to life and make them go back on the air again. Yeah, I've heard that guy. We're listening to WSTR out of live out of Tampa Bay, Florida. And that's where the skip zone's sitting down there.
If you're talking to me there, I'm up here in the state of Missouri. QSL?
We're on channel 38, lower sideband on the WSTR out of Tampa, Florida. This is how you guys gonna get to hear yourself on the air. If I hear you out there, go ahead and stay on channel 38. We're actually listening from all the way over in Knoxville, Tennessee on the live WSTR over in Tampa, Florida on channel 38. We can hear it. So this is pretty good. Look at these radios going for deals. Look at that Cobra 89. This Washington needs to be saved. Or a radio, but looks like it's pretty good shape. Let's take a look. What the heck is that thing on the top? Yeah, I think it's well worth to save this radio. Someone should do it. There's a clarifier knob. You checking anything out? Say in the description down below. I've talked to him. There's Columbia, South America. Cool, you can hear him. I get him all the way from Tampa, Florida on the SDR site. That's why you got to check around where the most activity you do and get you guys on the live stream to do it. I never heard myself on web SDR before, only except the Oak Ridge one I did. So look at these radios. This is my first walkie-talkie right here. This radio here, I remember they were like $40 back in the day. And this was my first walkie-talkie. This Cobra here, HH35. They were like $40. Back.
Columbia 555, Clearwater, Florida.
Pretty cool.
You're coming in loud here.
Wow, they're getting all those people down in Florida. Cool. We're on. Beautiful radio. Let's save all these CB radios. Let's make CB radio great again. I think I talked to him before. These are all the eBay stuff, but I'm respecting all the eBayers. So let's help them make them lots of good money for these people. Get these radios back on the air. Let's go look at Tube Radio of the Week. So we're looking at all these beautiful radios. A lot of good sales going on, but if you're a CB repair shop person, man, you'd be selling these like hotcakes. I would love to have one of these guys. Alright, let's go look at the Tube radios. Alright, for tube radio of the day, look at these guys. A lot of choices on tube radios right now for old tube radio network. Look at that. This is so fun. We can run the C radio in the background for the WSDR out there in Tampa, Florida, and we got tube radios on looking on eBay. Cool. What is this one called? NASA. Look at this one. Take a look at this guy for $1,000. Dennis should check this out. Let me show you a second. Look at that one called the NASA Transceiver. Was it invented by NASA? Look at that one, guys. Harvey should pick this one up right now if I was him. This is a very rare radio. It looks like a Robin copycat. A NASA transceiver. Wow. It looks just like a Robin, guys. I think it's a ham radio operator or 27 megahertz. I think these can be converted to 27 megahertz. They look like the same crystals and everything, guys. It is the same. Look at that. I bet we can actually turn one of these into citizen band radios. You can do it. You just swipe these crystals out. It's the same tube as a Robin or a Comsat 35. Look at that, guys. I bet Harvey could modify one of these. Looks almost the same setup. But it's a 28 megahertz. I think it could be CB radio. It says it's showing 28 and CB radio at the same time. Interesting, guys. Look at that, guys. Someone should grab this thing and try to put it in on O2 radio network. Let's go take a look at more tube radios. So I'm showing everybody to look on eBay. I'm giving a chance for people to buy them. There's a rare concept. I've seen those on OTR. A lot of choices on eBay right now. There's a Cobra Cam 88 right there. Polycoms, I've seen those on the OTR. I've been with them for almost 3 years watching O2 Radio Network. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, guys. Look at that. Comsat 25B. Look, a dummy load made out of tubes. That's pretty cool. Look at that, guys. That's how they used to do it back in the old days. Looks like a light bulb, but it's a tube inside of it. Raytail, seen that. They're the ones that made radars back in the day. They still make them.
Pretty good, my friend. How's everything going down there in the state of Florida?
Those guys are getting good skip down in Florida right now. No conditions in Tennessee today, except Channel 6 is active, but nothing on the sidebands today. Maybe on the beam we might be able to hear them. Look at that, guys. Look at that deal in that one. The Browning Eagles. BT Browning Eagles. $99 going on right now. Where he's located? In Philadelphia, Ohio. Look at, yeah, it's pretty good shape. Or we should try to grab this radio. Pretty good deal on that one. like the DX is heading down to, it's hanging out in Florida and Texas right now, in Missouri. It's staying over there right now. We're showing everybody on eBay reference of the week. So I'm giving you guys a chance to take a look at all this stuff here. So I'm helping all the eBayers out there and to get radios back on the air. And that's a pretty cool booklet right there. Look at that. Look at that. Is that actually a true price? A tube tester? Look at that, for $10. You can't go wrong for $10. Wow. It's probably a tube that uses it. It's probably this thing here. Yeah. Tube tester's not included. Sorry about that. So I'm going to close this out in a second. And I'll show you guys to get some RG coax here. I'll show you how to get one. This is where I got it at. I'll show you where. I actually like these kind of connectors right here, guys. This is where you get the good quality cable. It's pretty decent, but that's where I got it right here. See, they got plenty of these. I bought this yesterday to get this. It'll be here in the next few days to get this, but it's all sealed in the box. And they have several of them too. This is one of the best deals right now. I went with the one for the price I had close to that area. Pretty cool, guys. Check out the Radio Shack coax cables. I wish we could bring back Radio Shack in the United States. There's still some private owned ones out there. But the one was like a cheap type RG50 I had, but the Radio Shack does it a little bit much better. That's a good deal on that. I like these connectors. I love these kind of connectors, like these too. That's what I like about these type of connectors. These ones are little spike things. They're pretty cool. And they grip a little bit better on some of those connectors you have. I wish they'd make them for like the connectors like that for RG213s, RG LM400s. Those style connectors are pretty awesome. Actually, these kind of connections, I like those, the little things like that. That's a Radio Shack brand too, Archer is. So when it closes. Look how much strikers they're going for. Still getting a lot of activity down toward Tampa, Florida. Sunshine State's getting the best conditions today on the WSDR, but if you can hear them out there, you can't count the SDR. It's always accurate, okay? Sometimes you might be able to hear a skip on your radios, but it gives you an idea it's out there. You can hear it. Man, look at that one right there. $76 for a Cobra 148. That's a good deal on that one. I actually have one of these antennas here. Look at that one's going for $80. It's in pretty good shape. This looks almost like a quad 5 here. So they look almost like that. And we're still hearing South America coming in on there. You hear them out there on the SDR band out of Tampa, Florida. Pretty cool. I have one of these meters too. Ah, Jamaica's coming in now. Cool.
Alright, 122, go ahead, man. I'll get out of your way. I got a couple things to take care of anyway. God bless you. 73.
That's a Starduster antenna. That's what Dennis actually has. See? It's almost the same rating as the serial beam antennas, see? Pretty cool. $129 going on eBay. That's a good deal for a Starduster. I think that was one of my dad's antennas. He bought one of these. It looks almost just like that little symbol like that. And that, it's a longer pipe. That was one of my dad's base station antennas when he had back at Homestead, Florida. And I've seen it back in the 90s at my grandparents' house when he talked on that Midland radio one time. That's a good deal on the 8 antenna right there. You should grab these 10-meter radios up and get on the CB band. Cool. I've talked to him before. I've talked to that guy in Jamaica before. Cool. I should be able to get this guy pretty easily. Go get him. You guys still in the chat? Well, no, yeah, Tyler, I'm going to let you know. This skip I'm picking up on Tampa, Florida on the SDR servers. We can hear them on this channel on the internet. So you got... Oh, you're over in East Florida. Okay, you're up by Jacksonville area. Yeah, I've talked to him before. 145 Jamaica. Let me... This is what we're listening on right now, channel 38. I'd love to see if I can hear myself on this channel. It'd be awesome.
can see, but I don't think she's fine. I didn't take him out to look at him, but I was all up in there, you know, and filed the points and gapped them and made all sure that was all good. I did that like last week, so I don't know. I ain't sure what's happening.
921, 145 Jamaica waving over.
I'm gonna go make that contact Tim in a second. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna work on it. We'll see if you can hear me. I'll be right back in a few minutes.
Mr. 921, thank you for acknowledging my station. Have a great day, brother. 145 Jamaica, standing by.
Florida, 122 Florida, 943 Florida, 986 Florida. One. 2244 Florida, 29 is trying CQC QDX. Illinois is trying CQC QDX.
So, I'm going to let you guys go today. Thanks for coming out here on the live stream today. I'm going to kill this live stream today, but thanks for coming in the chat today. I'm glad you guys saw this on the channel today on the WebSTR server. We're going to kill this live stream right now. So, thanks for coming out here on Foxman 362 World Radio on YouTube. So, You guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys later. We'll bring out more videos soon. We're trying out something cool today. So we're running a live web stereo servers on the internet to get you guys hear you out there on the skip. I only hear a little skip up in Tennessee right now, but not good conditions today. It's just trying to come back slowly.
You, Mr. Don, I'm hearing out there.
So I'm going to catch you guys later. UGX 362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. And have a good one. We'll catch you later. And we'll bring out more videos soon. Thanks for coming on the chat today.
I got an unusually loud amount of noise today. It's pretty darn loud out there now. Pretty darn loud. 643, land line, north, US homicide.